News 25 Sports, sponsored by Scarlet Pearl Casino Resort. Gaming elevated.
Will we have a Friday night showcase next week? Who knows? Who cares? That's next week's problem alongside Grace Boyles. I'm Jeff Haeger in house for this Week 13 playoff edition.
3 coast teams remaining in the second season, and thankfully for us, all 3 of them playing at home, including Ocean Springs, in what's being called the best game in the state this week.
I agree. Greyhounds the last undefeated team in Class 6A, but the visiting Oak Grove Warriors, the last state champion of Class 6A, so something's got to give. Yeah, Ocean Springs in the second round for the first time in 7 years, hosting an Oak Grove program that's been to the state title game, 3 years in a row, and 5 times in the last 8 years. Opening drive of the game, Greyhounds on the verge of going 3 and out, but Gray Hubbard is like, how about no? Hooks up with Holton White on the slant, and that's good for an OS first down. Ocean Springs marching down the field, and if the Greyhounds were a marching band, this would be your band director. Touchdown Hubbard from 9 yards out, his 21st rushing score of the season, 7-0 home team. Ensuing possession, Oak Grove responding like, well, state champs do. K. Barnett, back shoulder to Tyrell Pollard, and that's an impressive senior-to-senior connection for the OG first down. Warriors cap it off with another senior, Dontavius Howard right up the middle. Oak Grove touchdown ties it at 7-all, and this is quickly turning into the game we all signed up for on the next drive. Hubbard, the Southern Miss baseball commit, also a recipient of a Southern Miss football offer this week. And if you can't see the talent, I can't help you. Huge run down the home sideline inside the OG 40. Humphrey is going to seal the deal in the west end zone. That nonsense was in the east end zone. And just like that, Greyhounds leading 14-7, less than 11 minutes into the game. Ball back to OG. Same problem that plagued the Greyhounds in the first round game against Pearl, rearing its head again. Explosive plays. Nobody's catching Jaquarius Gray. That's 4 straight possessions to start the game, ending in a touchdown. Can I get a 5th? I don't know. Why don't we ask Hubbard? Mr. Football for Class 6A. Mr. Can I get that order to go? Mr. Catch me in the end zone. How about that? Mr. G+1. That's gone. This dude is unbelievable. More than 50 yards to the house. Now 52 total touchdowns on the season as Ocean Springs takes the lead back yet again, 21-14. Less than 13 minutes in, but the pace eventually slowing down. Defense speeding up. Ocean Springs defense, that is. Will Gray gets a hat on the ball. Markel Cobbert coughs it up, and Aiden Cox has the cough syrup. Ball back to OS. Later, Greyhounds getting no help from the officials. Already one big run from Hubbard called back, and lightning strikes twice as David Humphreys burns one all the way down the home sideline, but you see the flag. Holding is the call on 17. If I'm being honest, that's not holding. One last chance before the half for the Warriors, and they're making the most of it. That is until another fumble. Trace Carter punching it out. Kevin Murray recovering the prized possession, possibly saving an Oak Grove scoring chance with less than 15 seconds left in the half. However, Greyhounds go into the break leading 21-14. Same score as last week. DeAndre Brown, Southern Miss former receiver there in the house, but not expecting this score when I look on Twitter. OS shut out in the second half as Oak Grove takes it 28-21 final. Incredible run for OS, ending the year at 11-1. Last week we ripped off one of the best stats I've ever heard with regards to Poplarville football.
You're a little biased on that one.
A little bit, because I came up with it? Yeah, probably.
That stat is still very much intact as the Hornets improved to 22-1 in their last 23 games in November.
That's crazy.
Before any action, Poplarville paid tribute to senior quarterback Riley Passman's 7-year-old brother, Tate, who tragically passed this week. The team released 100 purple balloons in Tate's honor, and fans wore purple in support. No doubt this tragedy giving the Hornets a little extra motivation as they host Mendenhall in the 3rd round of playoffs for the right to go to the 4A South State title game for what would be the 6th year in a row. First quarter, after one of Poplarville's signature 8-minute opening drives, Mendenhall's defense comes up with a big 4th and goal stop. Here, Tigers take over on the 1-yard line. Ensuing possession, quarterback DK Jenkins showing the Hornets why he's a threat. Jenkins taking matter into his own hands. The Tigers' #1 rusher picks up 12 and the first down. Same drive, Jenkins hands off to running back Chris Davis, who rolls into the end zone from 9 yards out. Extra point blocked by Mississippi State commit Khalid Moore. Tigers get on the board first, 6-0. Second quarter, running back Avon Jarvis punches it in from a yard out his 13th time putting points on the board this season. Extra point good this for the Hornets, and they take the lead 7-0. Tigers back with the ball, not for long. Dakins is tipped and picked off by defensive tackle Nikhil Trotter, and he runs it back for the score. Trotter's second interception, actually, of the year. Hornets go up 14-6. Ensuing drive, Jenkins is tipped again and intercepted again, this time by corner Quan Hunterson. Hornets defense making all the difference early in this game. Back with the ball, running back DJ Richard Bay, for a lack of a better word, bulldozes his way into the end zone from the 3-yard line. Poplarville scoring 21 unanswered points and going into the half up 21-6. South State champs 3 years running, and now they get a shot at a fourth. Poplarville tops Mendenhall 21-12 and advances to the South State championship game for the sixth time in a row.
Crazy. Last but not least, Picayune back in the second round, rolling out the welcome mat for Brookhaven and the Maroon Tide, the highest scoring team on the coast this season. Although that scoring would not come for a good while, however, that doesn't mean highlights won't come, starting with wide receiver Josiah Conti putting on his moon shoes, getting up high to complete this catch. No need for Bezos' rocket to reach space here. That catch would then lead to an easy 4-yard touchdown by the main Maroon Tide weapon, Dante Dowdell, making it 7-0. Not much would come after this, though, until late in the second quarter when the Panthers botch a long snap. The punter trying to recover the ball in a second. But it's going to get swiped away. Eventually recovered by Josh Tatum, and gives the Tide great field position. Only a couple minutes left in the half. That turnover would lead to, of course, another touchdown for who else? That dude, Dowdell. Tide walking into halftime, leading 14-3 on the strength of that bruising TD run. Picayune going on to double their score in the second half, finishing off the Panthers 28-3, moving on to the next round, and that next round is South State.
And now, the play of the day, brought to you by Estabrook Toyota.
And it is bittersweet, this play of the day. Bray Hubbard, you've seen it all year. The dude is electric. He's one of the best high school footballs I've ever seen. He's in my top 5 that I've ever seen. He's still got another year left to go. And it's just unfortunate for the coast that we can just never break through that barrier. And I mean, it sounds like Oak Grove.
The coast? What are you talking about? We got Picayune and Poplarville in it.
I'm talking about the Region 4-6A.
Oh, got it.
I mean, a ton of good teams in the state, and it sounds like Oak Grove's defense just really clamped down in the second half. I'm not kidding, though. That if that was holding on 17, which is what I heard the call was, that was bad. That changed the game.
Yeah.
He didn't hold him. Just saying. Anyway.
I didn't get to see it. I'm not going to say anything. It took me a while to read that lower third that you had up. I was
Breaks, yeah. Trying to be funny.
I liked it. I know. I just sometimes can't. I did once I figured it out.
My favorite thing is whenever we're in the same spot and somebody's like, "Oh, we love you being punny," and you're just like, "Oh, here we go."
It just takes me a couple, seconds to catch on to them. Yeah. But they're good.
Well, anyway, we got 2 more teams: Picayune and Poplarville. South State. More news, more weather after the break. This has been the Friday Night Showcase.